Hello everyone, welcome back for the final part of MYEP's English Science Vocabulary series. Words on this list are shown in green, other useful words are shown in red. We are at S in the alphabet, so let's get to it. Solid. The molecules in a solid are held together tightly and cannot really move at all. Solids are things that we can pick up and move around easily with our hands. But not all solids are the same. There are very hard and heavy solids, and there are very fragile and light solids. There are even a few that are hard and light. Here we can see two kinds of solid. On the left is coal, which is a form of carbon, and on the right is diamond, which is a form of carbon. The only difference is how we arrange the atoms. Solute. A solute is a substance that will dissolve in a solvent, and we are going to see this process in action as we talk. Solutes are always solids, but they will usually come in a crystal or powder. When you put the substance into a liquid, for example water, the solid will slowly start to disappear into the liquid until you cannot tell that there is anything in the liquid at all. Solution. A solution is a liquid that has a solute dissolved in it. Usually there is no way to tell if there is anything dissolved in a liquid, but sometimes the solute might be coloured. Either way, if you have put solid into a liquid and now you cannot see any solid pieces, then you have a solution. Solvent. A solvent is a liquid that something will dissolve in. Water is a very good solvent for many things, but not for everything. Some things will only dissolve in alcohol, for example. If we look on the left at our solvent, water, we put some sugar in it. That was the solute. And now we cannot see any sugar pieces at all. It has become a sugar solution. Speed. Speed is a measure of how fast things are going. It is one of the easiest parts of physics to calculate because we measure it by asking how many meters an object travels in 1 second of time. So if an object moves 5 meters in 1 second, its speed is 5 meters per second. Substance. Substance is the same as matter. The main difference is the way we use the word. We can talk about substance, meaning matter, and we can talk about a substance or the substance, a specific piece of matter that we are using. We can talk about matter in general, but we cannot talk about a matter in the same way. Actually, we can talk about a matter, but then this means a situation or an issue. We can even use another word in a very similar way. Material can mean matter or substance, but you can also be given reading material or use plant material to make something. So all of these words get used in lots of different ways. Time. What is time? Wait. Do you feel that? That's time. It is things changing. In science and everyday life, we have to measure time, and we have all agreed on seconds, minutes, and hours to do this. But time is much harder to describe as a thing than matter. Universe. The universe is all of everything. It's big. No, it's bigger than that. And whatever you just thought of, it's bigger than that. Much, much bigger. And it's about 14 billion years old. We think There's a lot we don't understand about the universe yet, but we're trying all the time with better and better equipment. Velocity. Velocity is like speed, except it also has a direction. This might not seem important, but when we are thinking about many objects at once, it can make a big difference. For example, these two cars are moving in different directions. These two cars are moving in different directions, but the result is very different. And these cars are moving in the same direction, and the result is different again. So knowing what direction something is going is an important part of understanding the world. Visible light. Visible light is what we use to see. It is a type of radiation on the electromagnetic spectrum. Light is not different to any other radiation, but our eyes are sensitive to it. Some kinds of animal are able to see colours that we cannot. For example, infrared or ultraviolet. Light travels in straight lines and, in modern times, we understand it as both a wave and a particle. But that is going far beyond this video. And we're going to finish this look at vocabulary by talking about the big three. Science is just one thing, but we often divide it into three for convenience. The big three sciences are called physics, chemistry, and biology. Physics is the science of moving objects and energy. This covers a lot, from a falling apple to a nuclear power station. Chemistry is the science of changes in matter when elements and compounds react into new forms. And biology is the science of living systems, which are a kind of chemistry, but it is very complex and there are so many different species that we need to think of it in a completely new way. So you can think about science a bit like this. There is just one thing, but it's made up of three things, but maybe there are a few more things in the border? And this is fine, but science really is only one thing, and the lines between them are just to help us think about it. In fact, science is more like this, and there are a lot of different types mixed into those blurry areas between the big three. And that brings us to the end of our look at science vocabulary in English. I hope you've enjoyed going through it with us. If you have, then please leave a comment and share it with your friends. We'd really like to hear your feedback. Tell us what you thought about our list. Thanks very much. See you next time.